Hello, everyone, and welcome to one of my favorite days of the week that ends in Y. You guessed it, it is the Independent Practice Wednesday, or in other words, the Green Sheet Wednesday. This week's Green Sheet is going to be just a little bit different than we've had in the past, so I wanted to offer a preview discussion about what to expect on Wednesday, the 29th of October. So the first thing you're going to notice is that the Green Sheet itself is formatted a little bit differently. It's going to be formatted so that it's in landscape format, and there's going to be two problems on each page. Now, there's a total of 15 problems, which is a lot. I acknowledge that, and there's put on there intentionally. Um, and I'll explain that in just a moment. There'll be a total of 5 pieces of paper all stapled together. The last page of the packet is going to be a single page with a rubric on it that you can tear off and set to the side if you want to use that. Otherwise, you can just flip back and forth. Now, the main purpose of going through this green sheet this week is to work on our precision standard. We spend a lot of time working on solving equations and graphing and functions, but we haven't spent a lot of time really honing in on what does it take to get a 3 or a 2 on precision. And this worksheet hopefully starts to shed some light on that. So over the next couple of weeks while we get ready for the next test, we can keep this in the back of our mind as well. So the way all the problems are structured is that the first line in each problem is going to tell you what content standard this is from. So like problem 1 is from solving equations. The second line is telling you what SMP 6 principle we're looking at, or in other words, the precision standard. This one is, for example, it's looking at avoiding decimals and looking at your precision in your fraction use. Here's the problem to solve. Sometimes you're just going to solve it, but sometimes there's going to be the words justify, explain, compare. Those are action words that say you're going to do some writing. And the clarity of your writing is a big part of your precision grade. After you're done with the problem itself, and by the way, you got space here, but you can use all this space over here as well, and you can attach additional pages if you want. We're going to ask you to justify a 3 grade. Why should I give you 3 on that problem? Based on the rubric at the back of the packet. Now, to get a 3 on something like this, you're looking for 4 or 5 out of 5 of these categories on the left justified using this language right here. And there's some really key words in here that make it a very powerful category to get. Okay, so your writing would be justifying to me why you met this criteria here in that first column. If you're down in the 1 column, if your writing or your submission meets this criteria, go back to the problem and rework it so that you can get it up to a 2 or a 3, all right? So that's what this practice is all about. Now, one other comment. There's 15 questions. I know that's a lot. That's more than you had on the last test, and I heard you loud and clear during your entry tickets or your exit tickets that you wish you had a little bit more time. But we do need to get comfortable with being able to move on and not spin our wheels too much in problems that we really don't know how to solve. I feel that some people threw away a lot of really good points on the test by getting bogged down on problems that they couldn't do, and they didn't spend enough time on the problems that they could do. So if you're going through this, knowing that in one class period, there's more problems than I'm going to be able to get through, we got to figure out where am I going to apply my effort to maximize the points on that test. Okay, so a couple things happening. We're practicing all of our skills for the content area. We're really focusing on precision on this green sheet, and we're going to work on our time management, just like you would if this was the test. How many can you get done that are quality to maximize our points that were, or maximize our score, overall score at the very end of the test. Okay, with that, we look forward to seeing you guys in action tomorrow with this precision green sheet. And if you have any questions about any of this after the fact, please, by all means, let me, Mrs. Taylor, or know about it, and we'll be able to get back to you. Remember, the green sheet doesn't go in the grade book. However, the more effort you put into the green sheet, it will reflect on your performance on the final or your assessment in a couple weeks. All right. Thanks for your time. We'll see you in the classroom.